Wow. Oh. I actually can't believe it. "200 miles in 24 hours. Oh man. It's crazy stuff. Well, we've got a new 24-hour world record. Aleksandr Sorokin beat his own world record of 309. So the world record was 309 kilometers in 24 hours, which was set by Sorokin. And then he went and beat his own record yesterday. He did another 10 Ks on top of what he'd previously done, with a total of 319.6 kilometers in 24 hours. It's actually mind-boggling. Like, I've done a 24-hour before. I did 200 Ks in 24 hours. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I literally had to be wheelchaired off. It was that bad. I needed help, like on a 400 meter track, on like a synthetic track. You've got like a little tube about this wide, this high, like a little square tube. Goes around the side. And I needed help getting over that, like into the middle, because my legs were so bad. Anyway, wheelchaired off, hardest thing I've ever done. And to think that he did like another 120K on top of that in the same amount of time. He did 5 Ks an hour faster than me for the whole day. The craziest part is that, so he averaged 430 a kilometer for 24 hours. And the last hour, he was running quicker than I was when I started. Like, I started out at like 5:30 pace, and he finished at about 5-minute pace. After 23 hours of running, the last hour, still around 5 minutes. Just absolutely crazy. 430 a kilometer, that's like doing 64 back-to-back 5Ks at an average pace of 22 minutes 30. Like, that's a pretty quick park run. If you can run that for park run, that's pretty good. A lot of people would love to get under 23 minutes. And he did that again and again and again, 64 times in total. It's just absolutely insane. I did a 6-hour last year, went over to Queensland, was in a really good, like, feeling really fit, feeling really good. And I ended up running like 82.3 Ks. It was like really good race for me. Everything went well, gave it my all, nearly got an age group record for Australia. It was just a couple Ks off. And I only averaged slightly quicker than he did for a whole day, than he did for 4 times as long. Here's some of the interesting splits as well through the run. So he went through the marathon in 2 hours 50 at the start. Like just over 4 minutes a K for the first marathon. He went through 100K in 6 hours 50. So sub 7 hour 100K. That's elite. You make the world champs in any country if you run a 6 hour 50 100K. Like, I would love to run sub 7 hours one day. I think I've got it in me, potentially. He went through 100 miles in 11 hours and 6 minutes. And that 100 mile split is the second fastest 100 miles ever run. And that was the split within his 24-hour race. Just absolutely insane. And then 12 hours, 172.38 kilometers. That still would put him like, Zach Bitter, I think maybe did a bit more. Not sure. That'd still put him in the top 5 for 12 hours. Just absolutely insane. It does make you think, like, where is the limit? Like, where is the limit for human potential with these kind of events, especially in ultra running? I feel like the marathon you've got a bit better gauge because it's been going for so long. People have been doing marathons. You're able to kind of see the progression a lot clearer. Whereas you've just got like Giannis's world record, Giannis Kouros' world record of 303, and suddenly a big leap, 309, Sorokin last year, and then suddenly 319. And it's like, there's kind of, you don't have that steady progression. It's just sort of like these big jumps, and it makes you think like, man, we're kind of in the beginning stages in some ways, it seems, compared to the marathon. So anyway, I might just put up the Strava activity if it's up on the screen just for you to have a suss. But just unbelievable. I was watching it live and it was so cool. So cool to see. Definitely give him a follow if you're not following him on Strava, or he's got Instagram as well. And definitely keen to see what he does in the future because this guy is absolutely insane. All right, catch ya.